Are you ready, America? Because it is game day in the USA, baby. It is game day here. It is Sunday, the beautiful day in America. How are you all feeling, my fellow friends?
He's muted.
Sorry, guys. Some technical difficulties this morning. I was sharing out our links, and I didn't see that we were
Share them out, baby.
I'm feeling great, though. It's Sunday. How can you feel any other way? We're only the second week into this, man. Feel fucking fantastic.
It's a great day, Pedro. It is a beautiful day in America. How are you feeling about your Jags tonight or today? God, it's 9:30 tonight.
No, I'm not feeling as good as I was last week, but we'll right the ship.
Yes, sir, Ski. We will, and we got some guys in the chat so far. We got Tony from in New Jersey in the building. He says, "Good morning, Giants 24, Carolina 20." So we got a little upset brewing, says Tony. We got my boy Malik in the building, Yerski, and my boy James Payne, always bringing the pain. But what is up, man? It is game day. Our teams all took the L last week, so we all are hoping for another hopefully a victory for all of us. I mean, God, it was terrible. But hey, Kiefer, why don't you show the people how we did last week on our picks?
So for last week, Pedro actually leads the group, man. He was 9-6 on his picks. It was pretty good. I mean, the Steelers one was a pretty big one for him to separate from us, and he also picked the Vikings to win. Good call there.
Come on,
French obviously didn't pick all the games with us, so that's why there's kind of a difference in the number of games. But yeah, Pedro definitely led the way. And then there was a bunch of games where we all just fell for the same shit, right? Like, I mean, None of us were going to pick the freaking Seahawks to beat the Broncos, None of us were going to pick the Colts and the Texans to tie. So that was an L for all of us because nobody picked that, So I could have left it out, I guess, but I was like, and we could have called it tie. So,
yeah, we could have.
So I just gave us an L there, but that's how we're looking so far.
My boy Malik is a Seahawks fan, and he called that thing from the start, man. He said Seattle's about to dog walk the Niners today. Gonna get wasted watching it too. Okay, hey, shout out to Malik getting drunky. Hey, but we are back. It is another Sunday. It's beautiful.
On air.
Yeah, we can get drunky on air. Why?
Sounds weird, man.
Last week I said spit in the mouth. I meant spit in the face, but you know what I'm saying? Well, here's the games, guys. Shout out to everybody.
Before we get to the Sunday slate, you don't want to talk about Thursday?
Oh, we'll talk about Thursday. Oh, dang, I didn't have the Thursday game up. Hold on. Yeah, we'll talk about some Thursday football.
Kind of a big game, man. A lot of shit happened. I mean,
yep, you're right. Let me bring it up. All right. Let me work on my dial up and bring this game up because
we're talking big. Chargers Chiefs, man. It was huge. Obviously, it was a matchup everybody was kind of anticipating, the Justin Herbert, Pat Mahomes matchup. Yep. Look, there was a few interesting things that happened this game, all right? Obviously, there was a big injury to Justin Herbert. He fractured some rib cartilage, which actually ends up being good news because he didn't fracture the actual rib. And you look at the way he was able to get back out there and keep playing. To me, he's listed as questionable today or next week. Look, 10 days, I think he's going to be fine, and I think he's going to make sure that he's still playing regardless of the pain. I mean, we saw that play where he literally could not run the 3 yards to get the first down, and he just tosses the ball out. I remember all of us texting. We were like, dude, just take him out, man. I mean, If he can't run those 3 yards, he shouldn't be playing. And then literally the next play, right after we hit the send button, Justin Herbert throws like a 40-yard fourth down dime for a touchdown. And you're just like, how are you able to make that throw, but you couldn't run like 5 yards to the first down? Like, crazy, man. Absolutely crazy game. Derwin James had a pretty good game. He did miss a couple tackles, I think, in the game, but he had that huge body slam on Travis Kelce. That was nuts. That was like freaking wrestling in the middle of a football field.
WWE, baby.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. And then obviously Mike Williams with the breakout performance. We all look, I'm a Mike Williams owner in fantasy. We freaking needed that. Okay. And as a Mike Williams owner, this is what you should expect. Okay. He might get you 30 yards, might get you 152 touchdowns. That's just the kind of player that he is. But what you do know is at the end of the year, he's going to have about 1,200 yards and probably 8 to 10 touchdowns. So good on him. He showed up. No Keenan Allen. He really stepped up in that role. And then let's talk about Gerald Everett for a second here, okay?
Hey!
Obviously, he had the 6 catches for 71 yards. If you guys remember, Justin Herbert throws a 99-yard pick 6. Gerald Everett was the target on that play. And what I actually realized later is so apparently, like, when a player taps their helmet, that's like them trying to call for them to get out.
I need to
and
get
Gerald
out.
Everett was gassed, and he was literally like calling to get out of the game, but they were in a hurry up type of offense. So he didn't get out of there. And clearly he didn't have the energy to stop that pick 6 because he was right there to, at the very least, knock it down. But the guy that got the pick 6 is a corner named Jalen Watson. He's a 7th round rookie. And, you know, it's interesting because he only made the start that day because Trent McDuffie for the Chiefs was out. He's another rookie that was a much higher draft pick, but good for him, man. I mean, way to step up and make a freaking play. And that's why this Kansas City team is so great, because they find guys like that, man. I mean, that's a 7th round corner that made a game-winning play for you. Like, that is insane, man. And good on the Chiefs. They are looking great.
They're a wagon.
I mean, what can you say? The Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs.
They are absolute wagon, man. And it was a great game. I hope Justin Herbert is not. I know we all know he has a fractured rib cage or whatever. So sucks that happened. I hope he doesn't miss much time. Rib cartilage, yes. And I mean, the guy is just a warrior. The fact that he just, you know, finished the game. I'm sorry, Pedro, but he was going against Palmer in this game in fantasy football, and Justin Herbert drops a fucking rope in for Justin Palmer at the end of the game. But you know, the fact that the Chiefs got it done again, they don't need Tyreek Hill, do they, Pedro?
I mean, it'd be nice to have him, but
of course.
I don't think they need him. No, I mean, Mahomes. What can you say about Mahomes, man? He really showed that I think he's still the best quarterback in the league. I remember I was watching ESPN on Monday during the day, and they were having a debate about whether you would want to start a franchise with Justin Herbert or with Mahomes. And I just thought that was a little crazy, because Mahomes has shown time and time again he can put the team on his back. He can win some close games like this. He was getting harassed all game. There was a lot of pressure. You saw him cussing out his O-line. You know, like he was not happy with them, and not having that, you know, not having Tyreek Hill, that would affect them a lot more. But man, they're still winning. Mahomes still putting up good numbers, and this is a bad game for him. Had 2 touchdowns, you know, 24-35. So you can't argue Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, man. He
really
also
had a bunch of thrown picks that were called back on like penalties too. Wasn't it like 3?
Every turnover that the fucking Chiefs should have had was overturned by the refs.
But I remember like that sidearm throw for a touchdown.
Oh yeah, that was
when he got out the pocket. I'm like, only Mahomes can make that play, man.
Rodgers can make it play too.
Who?
Rodgers, the guy that's always on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's not even.
Lucid.
I'm not trying to make you sad, and I'm not trying to be sad because I got him in fantasy. So let's just move past that.
Oh man.
But Mahomes is a hell of a player, man.
He's a great player, man, and he gets it done time and time again. I mean, the conversation about Justin Herbert versus Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes won a Super Bowl already. You know, he's been to 2, and I mean, come on.
What is it? Isn't it like 6 straight AFC Championships games too? Like, he's literally been to every AFC Championship game when he was a starter. Like, I'm with y'all. Like I love Justin Herbert as a prospect, but like, you can't say the same shit about him, bro. And I understand that the circumstances are different. And his defense really fucked him. Has really fucked him the past 2 years. But I just think, like, I mean, results speak for themselves, bro. You can't pick against Pat Mahomes because he literally like makes you a Super Bowl contender every single year. So, but regardless, they're both really good quarterbacks, and this division is absolutely stacked. That was a great Thursday night football game we had there.
Yeah, I like the telecast too. You know, I like.
Oh yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to talk about that because I actually missed out on an opportunity. I didn't realize it until after. So Amazon has multiple broadcasts. Okay, obviously there's the stupid Dude Perfect one, and if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. Like I feel like that's like I don't understand that. But then they have the normal one, which a lot of people were complaining about that too because they said that the audio was coming in before the video, but I did not notice that. If it was happening to me, it was happening so slightly that I wasn't noticing. But there was a third telecast that I didn't know about. Did you know that they had like a all 22 type of telecast where they had literally like, so you could see the names of like all the skill players out there and like you could see the different personnel sets, like the camera angle was different. It was more back so you could see what everybody was doing. And I thought that was really interesting. I'm definitely going to watch that way next time. What I'm hoping though, because I've actually watched all 22 on like the little like NFL Plus thing that I have. And the reason I don't like watching all 22 is because one, you get no field sound. That's like the annoying thing. Like if there's a penalty or something, it doesn't really like you can't hear the ref saying that it's a penalty and it's just all the different angles. So I'm definitely going to watch out for that, but I'm hoping that the actual regular broadcast people will still be coming through.
Yeah, I didn't know that, man. A lot of old folks were mad because they couldn't find the game, you know, because it was on Amazon Prime. You know, we got some predictions in the chat right now. We got Full of Sports says Cleveland 42, Jets 45. Jesus Christ.
The college score.
You've been the over on that one, huh? Full of Sports. And the under right now, the under is 12-5 in the season. Just to, you know, get a little heads up. And then we got my boy Malik saying Saints 36, Bucks 31. So we got some predictions already. So let's just throw up the slate. Let's throw up the slate. Let's see what we got. So the first game we got, oh God, a little sleep fest. You know, hopefully, good thing it's 1 o'clock. We got the Jets versus the Browns. Jets lost. They got Flacco starting again. Zach Wilson again missing. And the Browns beat the Panthers on a last-second field goal from Cade York. They look like they got the kicker in the future for the Browns. And we actually are seeing the debut of Brownie, the elf. Brownie, the elf is going to be on the field. Looks fucking scary. He looks terrifying, honestly, guys. If you haven't looked it up, Google Brownie the elf. That man is going to be on midfield. So what do you guys think? Jets versus Browns. The Browns are 6.5-point favorites in this game. The over-under is 39.5, so it looks like a low-scoring game. What do you all – who's going to win this game?
Well, I think it's important to know that Jack Conklin is questionable for this game. He was a limited participant in practice this week, but he is a true questionable. He didn't play last week. Jordan Whitehead and Braxton Berrios also questionable for the Jets. Honestly, doesn't freaking matter. I mean, we all know the Browns are winning this freaking game, dude. The Jets suck. Between Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, they're gonna have 300 freaking rushing yards on y'all, bro. Like, I mean, this offensive line is beast with or without Jack Conklin, and they are just gonna destroy the Jets, in my opinion. I think they'll win, but I think they'll beat that spread. I think they'll win by over 7.
Oh, what about you, Pedro?
Yeah, I want to just talk about Brownie really quick. Just when I think I can't hate the Browns any more than I do, they come out with that stupid mascot. Dude, they have the Bulldog mascot. That's a great mascot. Just keep that guy, you know. But no, you won't have a stupid helmet or a stupid little scary fucking elf. That's all I want to say about that. The Browns are probably my least favorite franchise in the NFL. You know. Anyways, no, yeah. I'm sorry to all the Jets fans, but y'all don't have anything. You know. You got Joe Flacco. I mean, come on. You don't have anything. I'm sorry. I cannot pick the Jets to win this game. I think the Browns are going to beat them by 2 scores. Sorry, Mike.
Mike Kowinski, my brother in the chat, says he's a Jets fan. I'm sorry, Mike. The panel has spoken. I agree with you guys. I think the Browns get it done. And who would have thought the Browns would start 2-0 without the Predator, you know, leading the way.
I mean, when your schedule starts with the freaking Panthers and the Jets, you definitely got a chance.
Yeah, I still say they go 3-7 or 4-7. I think that's what the record I give them. But yeah, I agree with you guys. I think they need to rely on Chubb and Hunt. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. rely on the run game. It'll get you the W. And I mean, the Browns defense looked pretty good. I know they gave up 24 points to the Panthers, but still, Myles Garrett looked great off the edge, and they're going to do it for Brownie the Elf. They're going to win this game. I do think they cover, but I think it's going to be closer than y'all expect. I think it's going to be a one-score game. I think they might win by a touchdown. But we can move on because this.
Hold on, no, I have a question for Mike. Mike, I just want to know, like, for the Jets fans, are you guys pro Sam Darnold? Like, majority of you, do you think, or are you personally pro Sam? Why did I say Sam Darnold? I meant Zach Wilson. Are you guys like believers in him, or like, what are your thoughts if the Jets do end up not having a good season and you end up with a top draft pick in this year's draft with all the quarterbacks that are coming out and all the hype that's been around this quarterback class? Would you be interested in a new quarterback, or are you guys going to stay put, or would you guys want to stay put with Zach Wilson? Just curious. Throw it in the comments when you got a section, but let's go ahead and comments.
We got a fantasy football question, y'all. So starters or sit or start quarterback Stafford or Murray, and running back Najee Harris or Chase Edmonds.
I'm going to have to go Stafford because he's playing the Falcons, and I just feel like he's going to be able to really tear them up there. As far as running backs go, I'm going to go Najee Harris because I just feel like he is the better player out of the two, and he has a favorable matchup against the Patriots, man. They have not been good, so and I don't think they will be good this year. I think this is one of the prime matchups for the Steelers this year. It's against the Patriots, surprisingly to say that. We
got a couple of fantasy. I'm with you with that. I'm with Stafford and Najee. I mean, Najee is the workhorse there. You want to start the running back that gets the most volume, and I'm with you on the Stafford versus Falcons. What about you, Pedro?
I'm going to take Kyler Murray and Najee Harris.
Okay.
I just I the mobile quarterbacks are just, for me, better for fantasy, even though I have Aaron Rodgers starting.
Go Rodgers, go. We have some more questions. My boy AJ Show says, who do you start, Jones or Mayfield? Are you talking about
Daniel Jones?
Daniel
Jones. It's got to be Daniel Jones.
Bake.
Wake and bake. Baker Mayfield over Daniel Jones. He's sorry as hell.
Is Wentz on the waiver? You should probably just pick him up.
I'm about to say, why do you have Julio or Daniel Jones on your team?
He's probably like in a 20-man league.
We have another question from Breck. What's going on, Breck? Julio, Breece Hall, or Lockett for flex?
Julio.
I think Julio for sure.
I would say Julio. It depends on who's playing for the Bucs, though, because they have so many questionables. And the one thing I'll say with Julio, the only reason I say I proceed with caution is because, like, the Saints have destroyed the Bucs in the regular season. But out of those options, I feel like you have to go Julio because Lockett is just completely risky with Seattle, in my opinion, because it's Seattle and their offense can be shaky. And Lockett's already kind of a boomer bust player a lot of the years. And then Breece Hall, I believe Michael Carter's been getting most of the carries over there. So I feel like you got to go with Julio because of the upside and what he did last week.
Yeah, and the Seahawks are playing the Niners. That's a tough matchup for Lockett.
Yeah, and the weather might be shitty. So, I mean, that can definitely affect your passing game. It might be the same way the Niners were dealing with last week.
Yeah, I'm going Julio. They were using Julio running the ball too, right? Like they did some
Yeah, he did an end around, I think.
Yeah. They're gonna use him a lot. I mean, Godwin's out. So
Godwin's out. Julio's gonna see some targets, and with Mike Evans, he's questionable as well. The whole team is banged up for the Bucs. Yeah, that's what Timothy said. Do you think Gabriel Davis will play for the Bills? I think he will.
He's injured?
He's hurt too.
Wow.
A lot of injuries already. Let's go to the Commanders versus the Lions. Another snooze fest, honestly. We have the money line is even, and the over-under is 48.5. So the Lions almost came back on the Eagles last week. They lost 35-38. The defense looked fucking terrible. The offense looked like they can move it. The Eagles kind of gave us some last-minute trash points to them. I think the Commanders start this season 2-0. I think they're going to win this game. I know the Lions they were favorites. Now the money line is even, like I said, but they were favorites coming into this week. I think the Commanders get it done, y'all, on the road, and I think they're going to start this season 2-0. What do y'all think?
No, I'm not going to pick the Commanders to go 2-0. Look, all right, I'll say this. Like, they do have a couple of favorable things going for them. Frank Ragnow is out this game, and then their guard, Jonah Jackson, is questionable. So that could be huge if they're missing two pieces on that offensive line. And then DeAndre Swift. The interesting thing about DeAndre Swift is he's questionable. He got kind of banged up last week after that stellar performance he had, but he keeps brushing it off like it's nothing. Like he's like, I'm playing. This ain't going to be anything.
This is
I forgot
ankle,
what the
right?
injury is. Ankle. I think,
ankle,
it's something. But it's something that like everybody expects it to affect him, but he just keeps talking like he's not going to. I think his volume is really dependent. Like if they fully go him and he's getting as many touches as he was last week, then I think that the Lions easily win this game. If he doesn't play or if he is in a limited role, I'm still going to pick the Lions to win because I just don't believe in the Commanders. I mean, I feel like the Jaguars beat themselves last week. And you already know I'm a Dan Campbell guy, okay? Yep. So I think that this Lions team showed a little fight last week against the Eagles. That's a good football team that they kept the game close. I mean, obviously, the Eagles kind of controlled it because they were like winning the game basically the whole time. But I just still feel like there's enough talent on this Lions team to beat the Commanders. I'm picking the Lions to win.
What about you, Pedro? What do you got? Who's going to be in the parlay today, huh?
It's tough. I mean, I'm not betting on this game.
Yeah, me neither.
It's tough. It's tough because Wentz did look good last week. I don't know if that's because we're dog shit as the Jaguars, but he had a good game and their offense looked pretty good. I think it comes down if Swift plays or not because Swift is just like he has such a good game.
He's a problem.
Yeah, and the Commanders really weren't really stuffing the run against us. So it's close. It's close. Let me go with the Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions.
Okay. Lions win. We got some Lions fans in the house. Mark Speed is in the building. What's up, Mark Speed? Malik says the Lions are going to win today. And we have some more fantasy questions. Waddle or Gabriel Davis flex? Standard. I'm going with Waddle. Timothy, because Gabriel Davis is banged up a little bit. I mean, kind of a tough matchup for Waddle, but I think they're going to be focused more on Tyreek Hill than Jalen Waddle, and I think Waddle's going to get a tutty, and we're going to see the Waddle happen on Sunday.
Yeah, this is an easy one for me. It's Waddle all day. You said he has a tough matchup. There's a strong chance that he does not have a tough matchup. Kyle Fuller was added to IR for the Ravens.
Oh, yeah, he's
Marcus Peters didn't play last week. He's still questionable to play this week. And Marlon Humphreys, who did play last week, is questionable this week. So the Ravens might have their 4th, 5th, and 6th cornerback out there. Give me Waddle all day.
Do you think he's going to do the Waddle on us?
There's a strong chance.
Pedro?
I'm going Waddle.
Yeah.
I mean the Ravens are banged up like they are every year. I'm gonna take Waddle just because they have so many weapons there. You gotta cover Hill, you gotta cover Gesicki. I'm definitely gonna go with Waddle. We're getting some easy questions this week on fantasy. I felt like last week was tougher.
Hey, come on, guys. We got to get some more tougher matchups, man. Hey, I'm a little upset about this, because the one, Pedro and I, we love New Orleans. Let's just say it. Not the Saints, but we love the city.
Did you pick someone for the Browns?
Yeah, I said Waddle.
No, Browns Lions.
I picked. I picked
Browns Lions. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm sorry, the Lions game.
Yeah, I said the Commanders. They're gonna win.
Commanders.
Oh, you picked Commanders? Okay, I'm writing it down.
The Commies. They're gonna win. Pedro, you and I love New Orleans. Kiefer and I visited New Orleans back when we were 21. He was over there waving the bag of change to the hobos, saying, "Hey, hobos, I got them quarters." It happened, guys. It really did. But they changed the name for the Mercedes-Benz Super Bowl to the Caesars Super Bowl. Or the Superdome. I don't like this. I don't like that. Okay? I like the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Anyway, sorry.
I actually like it. I think
it's ticked off.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it. I feel like it should have been. I feel like it should have been the Harris Superdome.
Yeah, the Harris Superdome. Hey, Pedro. They get us all the time on the money. They get us every fucking time, man.
They do.
Golly, but hey, this is probably the game of the week right here, fellas. Bucks, Saints. We all know the Saints have the Bucs number. They are heading into the Caesars Superdome. Oh my God, so ugly to say. The Bucs are 2.5-point favorites on the road. The over/under is 43.5. And listen, guys, I'm tired of everybody saying the Saints have the Bucs number. The Saints have the Bucs number. You know why they're saying that? Because Sean Payton, Drew Brees, they're not there anymore. The Bucs are going to win this game, and he's going to do it for Gazelle. Tom Brady is going to win this game for his wife. They are going through some troubles. But, hey, listen, I don't want to hear that, oh, the Saints have the fucking number on the Bucs. Listen, the two headhunters on the top of the ship is gone. Drew Brees, Sean Payton, they're out of there. You think Dennis Allen's going to have his number? No, hell no. I think the Bucs win, even though they are dealing with some injuries, like we said earlier. Godwin's out. They don't matter. They have plenty of weapons to get it done. Fournette is banged up. Julio's banged up. Russell Gage is banged up. I mean, the whole fucking team's banged up. But I think Tom Brady and the company get it done in New Orleans. What do y'all think?
What do I think? I think you're fucking nuts, dude. What the fuck
are you crazy?
You're telling me that it doesn't matter that because Drew Brees and Sean Payton are gone. Drew Brees was gone last year. The Saints still beat them twice. What are you talking about? They did it.
Sean Payton was there. Sean Payton was there.
That's one guy. Okay, and didn't they win one of those games without Jameis Winston too? If I'm not mistaken. Look. Then you look at the Bucs side, they are so beat up. Okay, Tristan Wirfs is questionable today. Donovan Smith is gonna miss. That's both your freaking tackles. On top of the fact that you're already missing your center. Okay, Chris Godwin's ruled out. Fournette will probably play. He's questionable, but I read he would probably play. Julio Jones, Russell Gage, and Brashad Perryman all questionable. Bro, the freaking Saints are going to win this game. And then you want to talk about Mike Evans?
Crack.
You want to talk about Mike Evans? Let's talk about freaking Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore owns Mike Evans, and you know this. They're always talking shit on Twitter, and Marshawn Lattimore wins every single fucking time. So you are nuts. Regular season-wise, I'm taking the Saints both games to sweep. How can I go any different? I mean, that's what they've shown us they can do to Tom Brady and this Bucs team. The Bucs are literally limping into the Superdome. You're nuts. You're nuts.
You're on crack, Kiefer. Pedro, take it away.
I'm taking the Bucs.
Thank you.
Wow. Y'all are crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. And Kamara is missing today. So, like, what are we even talking about?
So why are you going to – no, so that helps the Bucs.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Come on, Kiefer. Come on.
I meant to mention that.
Get your coffee in you, buddy. Jesus.
Sorry, I smoked a little too much pot. Whatever, okay? It doesn't matter. You're right. Kamara is a huge loss, but look at their receivers, man. I mean, they showed out last week. Jarvis Landry and Michael Thomas both had 20 fantasy points, okay? I just think that the Saints are going to do it, man. I mean, I feel very confident in this game that the Saints win.
Yeah, Malik says the Bucs O-line is a problem. That's a good point. The Saints have a tremendous D-line. Hey, you know, the game is always won in the trenches, Malik. But I think Tom Brady is just too good, man. I think Tom Brady's going to get the job done. Spence is in the chat saying Saints are going to win. What's up, Eric? Good morning to you, sir. What's up, Grego? What's going on, man? And I mean, come on. This is going to be a great game to watch, y'all. I think this is going to be one of the best games on the slate. Bucs Saints. Pedro, do you have any more thoughts on this game before we head to the Panthers and Giants snooze fest?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I should pick the Saints, but something just tells me the streak's going to end today. I think the Bucs are going to go in there and they're going to get that win, and Brady's going to get another week off from getting divorced.
Oh, I mean, hey,
she probably said, if you're going to leave me and the kids, you better win.
We're going. We're going to go to Costa Rica. We're going to have fucking fun.
That angry wife really knows how to motivate a man.
Oh, yes. Hey, I don't know because I'm single. Shout out to all the single ladies in the chat if you are in there.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, I don't know that, but yeah, I know. And Eric, this is to you, Kiefer. He said it's not 420 yet.
Hey, man, it's 420 every day, all right?
Oh.
That's how I live my life, okay? Sometimes I have high dude moments, but at least I didn't miss it. At least I still touched on Kamara being out. That's the important thing.
Yep, he did. And Frank, oh, what's up, Mr. King's in the house? He says 420. What's up, Mr. King? We have a fantasy question. Jay Phil says start 3: Hunt, Dillon, Swift, Edmonds. I'm taking Hunt, Dillon, and Swift all day.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's kind of an easy one, man. I mean, if Swift plays, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer there.
I mean, start 3. Come on, Jay Phil. It's a no-brainer. Start the best 3 running backs you got, big dog. Let's go to the Panthers and Giants. Pedro, this is going to be the shot break for us. The Giants are 1 point favorite. I don't even know why the line is even 1 point. Like, come on, what's 1 point gonna do for you? Huh?
I know, just put it even. Like what?
Like, I don't understand this. The Giants did win against the Titans and Kiefer. Like we said before on the prediction video, I said I'm not high on the Titans this season, and it kind of showed. Week 1, the Giants went into Tennessee and took a fucking win from them. Even though the Tennessee Titans kicker, I forgot his name, but he shanked the fucking kick to win it. But Giants, Panthers, I'm taking Baker Mayfield on the road. I know I went with the Panthers last week against the Browns. They fell short. He almost led them back to the victory. But I'm taking Baker on a win here.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for me. I don't believe in the Giants. I know they got that win against the Titans, but I really do feel like it was a fluke. Saquon does look all the way back. He looked freaking great. Yeah. But I just think that like one player isn't going to win you the game, especially at running back, because like they're just going to load the box and make Daniel Jones throw it. And you already see the frustration out of Dabble with freaking Daniel Jones. He was like screaming on him on the sidelines at one point last game. I think the Panthers are going to win this game, and I think that they're going to win it pretty easily. 1 point, I feel like that is pretty generous to the Giants. I think that the Panthers win by 7.
A generous point.
I mean, I do. I feel like they should have like a 7-pointer right there.
This might be a little parlay, parlay alert right here.
I know Panthers Baker didn't look great, but I just feel like it's definitely way better than Daniel Jones, man. So that's all I got from that. And the defense is a little bit better too.
Pedro?
I don't even want to talk about this game, but yeah, I mean, it's the Giants. I think the Panthers, Baker Mayfield's going to get back on track this week against that Giants defense. I see him throwing to DJ Moore a lot. So I'm definitely going to go with the Panthers.
Do they cover that? Yeah, so they're covering the 1 point spread. Okay.
And one more thing with the Giants that I don't understand. Like last week, Kadarius Toney played like 7 snaps for them. They gave him 2 handoffs. They gave him 2 handoffs. He gets 23 yards. I feel like Kadarius Toney is very talented, man. I mean, we saw him have like a 190-yard game last season. I don't know how you don't try to make that guy involved in your game plan. So that's another question I have with the Giants. I just don't understand why they would like limit Toney like that. I understand he's had his question marks and he has his like attitude issues or whatever, but I just feel like when you have a first round pick like that has shown promise, it's not like he goes out there and he just screws everything up. I don't get how you don't at least try to get him involved in the game plan.
Yeah, I think Tony's my favorite player on a bad team, like my favorite receiver on a bad team. I really like him. I wish he was on a good team.
Yeah, I wanted Toney when the draft happened. I wanted the Packers to get him, but we didn't.
Very talented. Him.
Yeah. Very talented. Just Bob said it's always 420. What's up, Just Bob? Shout out to the Yankees. Good picture right there, my boy. We have another question. Should I start Mike Thomas and Jarvis Landry or Mike Thomas and Darnell Mooney? I like Mike Thomas and Landry personally, Malik.
Those are your only options? I just, I don't know. I mean, look, Mike Thomas and Jarvis Landry are both fine starts. I just personally, I don't like starting 2 receivers on the same team because it's like, you're kind of like contradicting what you need to happen right there. You need both of them to ball. But Darnell Mooney, I don't think he's really set up for success going up against the Packers. So
go back up.
I guess I would go Mike and Jarvis, honestly, but only because Darnell Mooney has a terrible matchup.
Yeah, I mean,
who knows? I mean, maybe I'm wrong because you guys last week. I mean, we'll get to it when we get to the Packers.
Hey, no, shut up.
I got a lot.
I don't want to hear Justin Jefferson.
You guys should
man.
fire your defensive coordinator.
Oh, come on. We have another question. Jay Phil in the building says, with Kittle out, do I go Komet, Hurst, or Thomas?
Hurst.
Oh, Hayden Hurst from Duval. Okay.
He's playing Dallas, man.
Oh, true. What about you,
Pedro? They could run. I just feel like the Dallas offense is going to suck so bad that it might screw the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I would definitely go Hurst all day.
I do like Hurst. Yeah. I like Hurst.
All right. Hey, start that boy Hurst, Jay Phil. From Duval. All right, we are going to the Patriots versus Steelers. I mean, this is going to be the battle of the head coaches because both teams are kind of questionable. I mean, TJ Watt is going to miss. I owe Kiefer $20 because I said he's going to miss the season. He's only going to miss about 6 weeks because that guy is just a straight up fucking assassin, a straight up beast. He tore his pec. He comes back 6 weeks later. It doesn't need surgery. He just needs to rehab it. But TJ Watt going to miss. Patriots look like absolute dog water. Their offense looks putrid, trash, garbage, stinky poo-poo. All you can say. I have the fact that the Steelers and the underdogs in this game, y'all. Let me highlight this. The Steelers are 2.5-point dogs at home. That screams parlay all day, right, Pedro? I got the Steelers winning this game. Clutch Mitch Trubisky's going to do it again. And I think Deontay Johnson's going to have one hell of a day.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm going to pick the Steelers kind of by default here because I've already talked about it. I hate the Patriots and not them, but I hate their team. I hate what they have built over there for this season.
You hate their foundation.
Feel like the foundation is not there. They're basically starting from scrap with Mac Jones and kind of a bunch of scrubs. Honestly, they got a couple good players. They have good safeties. I'll give them that. They have Duger and McCourty, and then they got Matt Judon, and I feel like that's pretty much it for the playmakers, man. I mean, running backs are okay, but I feel like the offensive line not great, receiving core not great, corners not great, linebackers not great.
Jesus, do they have anything great over there?
Not great. They're just not great.
Do they have anything great? Do they have anything great over there?
The safeties, I said it. That's it.
Okay, that's it. All right. What about you, Pedro?
So I got the Steelers winning pretty easily.
I'm going to Steelers too. I just think they have a better roster than the Patriots. I don't see how New England wins this game, to be honest with you. Even with TJ Watt out, the Steelers still have a great defense. They have a lot of playmakers on there. I don't see Mac Jones finding a way to kind of win this game. He's not that guy. So
he's from Duval.
He's not that guy.
We got to support Mac Jones.
Yeah, and the Patriots just don't really have an identity right now. I don't see anything offensively that they're actually good at. So I'm definitely going to go with the Steelers on this one.
Yeah, Tony says Patriots will not start 0-2. Hey, Tony, they probably won't, honestly, because of Bill Belichick. But hey, I believe in Mike Tomlin. I believe in Bill Belichick as well. That's why I said it's a battle of the head coaches in this game.
It is.
I think it's going to be a chess match. I think you bet the under and you fucking bet it with ease. I think this game is not going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a battle. But I do have the Steelers winning. I have the Steelers pulling it off.
Yeah, and I just feel like I feel like people kind of downplay Josh McDaniels leaving, man. I mean, he ran that freaking offense for Belichick. Every Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure that they won was with McDaniels as the offensive coordinator. And I just feel like that's a huge loss. Matt Patricia does not know what he's doing on offense, okay? Neither does Joe Judge, and they're just kind of throwing it together and trying to figure it out. I understand that you work for Bill Belichick. I understand that he ultimately the responsibility falls on him, but I can't buy. I can't buy. So sell all day.
Yeah, and I feel like with the Steelers, you can't, when you look at the quarterback situation, you can't really hold that against them because they're just used to playing with a bad quarterback and they win with a bad quarterback. So yeah, I'm going Steelers.
Yep, Steelers all day. We got a question, Waddle or Thielen. I'm taking Waddle all day, Mark Speed. No doubt about it. I think Thielen is actually it's only week 1, but I think Thielen is definitely taking a backseat to Justin Jefferson in that offense with Kevin O'Connell over there. I think they're going to basically target him. Thielen's going to be the odd man out. Waddle's going to have more volume, more targets for me. All right, y'all. We are heading to Jacksonville, the beautiful city of Jacksonville. Great weather, by the way, guys. Great weather. Great football weather. I know. I see the sunshine through your eyes, Pedro. But I see it. There it is. We are heading to we're in Jacksonville. The Colts are coming into town. My Jaguar fans, I'm going to let y'all take this one away, and I'll give my prediction last. Take it away, y'all. Kiefer, who do you think is going to win this game? Colts, Jags.
Colts 23-17. I'm not really going to go over the game.
Whoa.
I already did this. That's the whole point.
Well, the people haven't seen you. In case they missed you.
No, go back and watch the other shit, bro. I'm not doing this
Oh,
every week
come
twice.
on. No.
I'm not doing it
just
twice
give
a day.
Fucking prediction.
I just did.
Kiefer, that's not fair, man. You cannot expect fans from other franchises to watch the Jaguars show.
Yeah.
You just can't. It's like us watching the Jets show. You're not going to watch the Jets show.
So I should have took this away since y'all don't want to give a fucking prediction. All
no,
right?
I'll talk about it.
You're pissing me off,
Pedro?
man.
All right.
Kiefer, I'm messing with you, Kiefer.
I don't think it's that unreasonable, to be honest, Kiefer. But, no, yeah, I got the Colts winning. I know they have injuries to the wide receiver core. DeForest Buckner might be out, but I just, the Jags are still a young team putting it all together. The Colts line is very good, and they have Jonathan Taylor, right? And last week we were okay against the run, but we were not playing against Jonathan Taylor. I think the offense is going to flow through him this week, and he might hit 150, 200 rushing yards on us, man. I'm gonna be straight up, but yeah, I think it's gonna be the Colts in the close one.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, we all picked the Jags to get it done last week against the Commanders. They should have won the game. Honestly, they should have won that game. They had numerous opportunities. They couldn't tackle a parked car. They should have won the game. Let's be honest here. Indy is a 3-point favorite on the road. The Jags are at home. The streak, like my boy Mr. King says, keep the streak alive. And I think the Jaguars do it. I think the Jaguars do keep the streak alive at home. They're going to win this ball game. And they're going to win it and dance in the streets, baby. I think the Jags get it done. I mean, come on. They have to eventually win a fucking ball game, right, y'all? I got the Jags second place in the AFC South. They need to win this ball game to prove my point. The Tennessee Titans, they're dog water. They're in the fucking bottom of the barrel. And the Jaguars are upcoming. They're rising to the stars. I think they're going to win this game. Matt Ryan is going to look like a statue out there. Michael Pittman's out. Alec Pierce is out. Who are they throwing to? Paris Campbell and Jonathan Taylor. If you contain those two fellas, you got this damn ball game.
Hey, I'm picking up Mo Alley Cox.
Mo Alley Cox, hey, that might be a smart little DraftKings little flyer right there.
Might be.
But
might be.
listen.
No,
listen,
Max. I appreciate your support. All right, go ahead.
Listen to me. With those offensive weapons gone, how do you expect the Colts winning this ball game? I mean, listen. That's you got to contain Jonathan Taylor. You win this ball game, period. If the Jaguars can kick a field goal and not miss one,
we can.
Okay. Hit the fucking field goal and you win this ball game. Jaguars in 3. They're going to win this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Keith.
I mean, I appreciate your support. I do.
Yeah, Mr.
I just have some thoughts because listen, you're saying all you got to do is contain Jonathan Taylor. That's it. That's all you got to do. Like, bruh, when has that been an easy task for anybody, dude? The guy has been
contained last week.
What?
He was contained last week. The Texans kind of put a stranglehold on him.
Bro, he
didn't
had
go
30
crazy.
carries for like 100-something yards last week.
Hey, but he didn't go crazy though. He didn't go crazy. That's what I'm saying. He can get 100 yards. That's all fine and dandy. But if he destroys y'all in a 200-yard game with 2 touchdowns, that's when you have problems.
161 yards week 1. That's
contained. I wouldn't call.
Are we fucking serious right now, Max?
Oh my God!
Come on,
they tied the ball game. They tied him. Hey, listen, if he can get 160 yards and you tie the ball game,
I can tell you didn't watch that fucking game, my friend. I can tell you didn't watch that fucking game because
I was sitting right next to you.
The Colts should have won the game. All right. Matt Ryan threw 2 touchdown passes that were dropped last year. And we're talking about the streak, the Colts coming into Jacksonville and losing for like the past 6 years. What about the streak of Matt Ryan? We've never beat Matt Ryan, ever. The Jaguars have never beat Matt Ryan. And I'm not a huge Matt Ryan guy. Look, I hope the Jaguars win, but I feel like you are oversimplifying this game, being like, all the Jaguars have to do is stop Jonathan Taylor. The Texans did it last week when they held him to 160 yards and a touchdown. Like, come on, bro. Give me a damn break.
Hey, listen, they tie the ball game, though. That's the thing. They didn't win. They tied.
Because of the
Jonathan.
Because the kicker missed and 2 dropped touchdown passes.
That's another thing.
Nothing to do with Matt Ryan. It had nothing
Great
to do with
point.
Taylor.
Great point, fellas. They don't have a fucking kicker right now. So listen,
they got a new guy. They picked somebody up.
They have no Pittman, no Alec Pierce, no kicker, no Shaq Leonard.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Shaq Leonard's out too, by the way.
Because anything is possible because the Chiefs found a kicker in less than a week's notice. And that guy
is true.
Hey. The Jaguars, for some reason, couldn't fucking do it. Don't know why. But the Chiefs are like, oh, yeah, here's the kicker on less than a week's notice. So I'm not going to rule out that this new kicker isn't going to, nail some field goals. I'm just looking at the game the way it is, man. I just I don't see the Jaguars beating the Colts today.
I hope you're right, Max. I just have a problem with how you presented the argument as if like stopping Jonathan Taylor is some so task that we can just put Devin Lloyd, just make sure this guy doesn't get any yards. Like, bro, that shit is hard, man. That is an elite back that you're talking about right there.
I'm just saying, like,
they have tremendous run blocking offensive line.
I'm just saying they have a lot of injuries, key injuries. I think the Jaguars are going to get it done at home. First game in the bank. I mean, the slab's going to go crazy. The slab's going crazy right now, y'all. They're tailgating that thing up. I think they're going to bring that energy. I think the Jaguars get it done, but we'll see. We got the Dolphins and the Ravens. This possibly could be another game of the week. I mean, who would have thought this? Like, if you would have said this like 2 years ago, Dolphins Ravens game of the week, we would have all been crazy. But here we are, 2022. The Ravens are 3.5-point favorites at home. Over under is 44.5. I think, and Lamar Jackson is going against his home team. He's from Miami. He's from Pompano Beach over there in southern Florida. I think Lamar Jackson gets it done, y'all. I know this is going to be a tough game, but I think the Ravens do win it, and I think they're only going to win by 3. So I think the Dolphins cover that 3.5 barely.
Yeah, this is a tough game to pick, man. It really is. So both of these teams are kind of limping in here a little bit. Miami just put their right tackle at Austin Jackson on IR. The offensive line already isn't great over there, okay? Terron Armstead is listed as questionable, but he's expected to play. That's a guy that's probably going to be on the injury report week in and week out. Miami's still missing Byron Jones. Cedric Wilson questionable, but he was limited in practice all week, so he'll probably play. And then Christian Wilkins also questionable. Then on the Ravens side, okay, J.K. Dobbins is questionable, but the Ravens are hoping to play.
He's out. J.K. Dobbins is out.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Dobbins is out?
Yep.
That's disappointing for them. Do you know about have they put out anything for Marcus Peters or Marlon Humphrey yet?
I did not get that, but Schefter tweeted Dobbins is going to miss.
Okay. Well, with Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphreys, Marcus Peters missed last week. Marlon Humphreys played last week, but he is a true questionable. And then Patrick Ricard, their fullback, one of the few fullbacks in this league. He's really good. Really good blocker. He's questionable, but expected to play. And then Kyle Fuller, they put him on IR after last week. So the Ravens potentially could be down. Yeah. The Ravens could potentially be down 3 cornerbacks. Okay. And, not to mention, Juwan James also added to IR for the Ravens. He is their right tackle. And obviously, Ronnie Stanley also not expected to play today. So I actually am going to pick Miami because of the injuries, because I feel like if all these things go wrong, and Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphreys, those are a big – like, if those two played and I knew that they were playing, I probably would pick the Ravens to win. But – like, man, if even one of them doesn't play, bro, I mean, we see the weapons that the Dolphins have. I just feel like they're going to be able to take advantage. And then also, you look at the game that they played last year. I understand completely different coaching staff, but the defense is still very similar. And if you remember, Miami wrecked Lamar last year, man. I mean, they sat 8 in the box. the entire game. And a lot of the times they would pull the people that were stacked in the box, they pull them back out into coverage, but it really threw Lamar Jackson off, and they did not have a good game. And it kind of set his season off balance, because he had a couple bad games after that before he went out for the season. So I just think that Mike McDaniels is smart enough to look back at that game and follow that blueprint on defense. He's going to tell his defense coordinator, we're going to do exactly what these motherfuckers did last time when they played the Ravens. And I think that they're going to give the Ravens some problems. I got the Dolphins winning this one in a very close matchup.
Pedro?
I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one. I just think Lamar's that guy, man. They don't have J.K. Dobbins, but Lamar runs the ball better than a lot of running backs in the league. So I think their wide receiver core is also a little underrated with Duvernay, Bateman and Robinson. I think they're better than a lot of people give them credit for. And you still got Mark Andrews out there. And game planning against Lamar's a lot. But if there's a team that knows the definition of next man up, it's the Ravens. These guys are used to playing hurt, like it's like it takes them getting hurt to achieve their final form. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I mean, even their mascot's on IR. Like
good old Poe. Yeah, don't forget about Poe.
Yeah. I'm honestly I'm not really sold on Tua yet. Even with all the weapons that he has, even what did he say this week? Like, you have to make sure I can see you. Or something like that. Like,
you gotta get the creases between the linemen. I can't get you the ball if I can't see you.
Yeah, and to me, like when you have all these weapons, like you have Waddle, you have Hill, you have Gesicki, like you have all these weapons, and you're still putting up one touchdown. Give me a fucking break, dude.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Tua. I'm gonna go with the Ravens taking this one.
Yeah, Frank King says Phil in Miami has this one. We have a question. Fantasy-wise, if Swift does not play, Stevenson, Cooks, Olave, standard. I'm taking Cooks. I'm taking Cooks in that bunch.
Who are the Texans out today?
Broncos. That's a tough one.
I mean, they're all not really good options. Like
they're not good options. I actually think I would go with Olave, but all those are not good options.
Yeah, I would start.
Hit the waiver wire.
Yeah. I'll take Cooks, yeah.
All right, so that rounds up the 1 o'clocks. We are heading to the 4s. Falcons, Rams. I mean, this game, we might take a little snooze fest, a little nappy nap right here. The Rams are 10-point favorites at home. Over-under is 46.5. I mean, 10 points is a lot in the NFL. But I do think the Rams are going to just straight up obliterate the Falcons. I know the Falcons gave the Saints a run for their money last week. They look better than we expected. And there's a couple Twitter handles saying, breaking news, Cordell Patterson is going to receive bulk of the carries for the Falcons. I'm like, duh. Like, come on now. I think the Rams get it done. I think they win by 14 easily.
Yeah, I'm not going to do 14 because it's the NFL, and the Falcons actually did show a little something against the Saints last week. Obviously, they're notorious for blowing those leads, but
they always blow it, yeah.
But regardless, I think this is a perfect get-right game for the Rams. They're really banged up. They also lost their center recently, so from the last game, so he's going to be out. Van Jefferson's still out. Leonard Floyd is questionable to play this game. And then for the Falcons, just Damian Williams is out, so no big deal really, except for the IR people, but we already know about them.
Yeah.
But I think that the Rams should be able to handle them pretty easily. This should be a get-right game for them because they did not look like the defending Super Bowl champs in their first week 1 matchup. Obviously a tough competition with the Bills, but with the Falcons, I think they'll be able to get it done. I think they'll win comfortably, but not by 10. It'll be like 7-8 type of score. Falcons will get some garbage time to put them back in, but yeah, I think they'll cover.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams too. They didn't have the best game, last week, but that was against the Bills, and I'm very high on the Bills. I think everyone is. They just overwhelm you. But yeah, no, I think the Falcons are going to get demolished in my opinion. I think I think Mariota might die this game. So
Damn. What is it, Kirk Cousins?
What was that?
Was he Kirk Cousins? If he dies, he.
Yeah, no. I see Aaron Donald really eating this game. Like he's gonna
game break it.
He's gonna get that backfield. I think Patterson still has a good game. Patterson, man, he's so talented.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere where the Falcons give them any fits. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams, and I think they do win by 14. I think 10 is generous in my opinion.
I'm not gonna bet on this game. I hate the double-digit spread games. I'm gonna stay away from this game.
I'm hammering that spread.
Oh, you're hammering it. Okay, damn. All right, well, let's go to the Seahawks and Niners. We got a little division rival right here. The Seahawks are actually in the lead in the division. They're the only team that won the damn ball game in the NFC. Was it West? NFC West?
Yeah. Who would have thought that, man? Like
right?
The Seahawks would lead the division after week 1 in the West.
So, yeah, right. Everybody's 0-1 except for them. Geno Smith says, they wrote me off, but I didn't write back. So, hey, I love that confidence. I love that confidence by Geno. He did shut up a lot of haters. And it's funny. I don't know if y'all saw the video of Tyler Lockett on the sidelines because he was basically telling the whole team what Russell Wilson was doing the whole game because he was doing the hand signals. Oh, this is a go route. This is a curl route, whatever. And he was like, hey, bro. Hey,
so they're using the same hand signals that they used last year.
And that's IQ. I love that. I love hearing that on the sidelines.
Did you see McAfee's thing? I feel like I have to highlight it because it was pretty cool. He has those NFL rights now, and him and HBO that he got it through the HBO people. They put together a video called Big Brain Football.
No, I did not see that.
It's like players recognizing things in games and making the transition themselves. Like there was one with Terry McLaurin, and he was like Shaq Leonard's playing. He basically makes a clip of all these moments, and he's like, and he'll just see him Big Brain Football. It was pretty dope. I'm not gonna cap. It was pretty good.
My boy Malik is a Seahawks fan. He did call this shit. Well, I was calling the game. He was in there with me, and you did call the game, bro. I respect you, Malik. That was a good call, man. But like me and Malik said, Seahawks country, let's fly. That's what we were saying.
I like that. I like that.
But I do think, sorry, Malik, but I think the Niners get right. I think they win this ball game. I do think the Seahawks cover, though. 9 points is a little hefty from what we saw. Jamal Adams is out for the rest of the season from a torn quad. I mean,
money well spent.
Go figure. Yeah, he's out again. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Blitz boy hurt again. But hey, I think the Niners get right, even though Trey Lance is in the strip club making it rain. But I think the Niners win.
What?
You
didn't see that video?
No.
Yeah, Trey Lance. Hey,
after
Trey
the
Lance.
loss, he went to the strip club and was throwing money.
Yep, he went to the strip club and he had a stripper twerking on him. Oh, right. So hold on, Kiefer. So Jimmy G likes to go to dinner with porn stars, and Trey Lance likes to go to the strip club after a loss to make it rain. So I mean, that's your franchise quarterback, Niners. Pick your poison. But I think the Niners win this ball game. I think Debo is going to erupt for about 40 fantasy points. I'm a big Debo Samuel fan, as you all know.
I'm not saying anything.
I think the Niners win. I think the Seahawks do cover, though. What do y'all think?
Man, this is kind of so this is what's interesting. You know, obviously people talked about the bad weather last week with San Francisco. It's expected to be bad weather again.
Really?
For this game. Yeah, it could change obviously, but as of like yesterday, they were talking about bad weather as far as like rain and stuff. But look, man, George Kittle questionable for this game. He did practice on Friday, and Shanahan said that he looks awesome. So I'm not sure if he's going to play, but that is huge for this game. I am going to take the Niners. Okay. I think that they're going to need to do some different things with Trey Lance. First of all, he looked very uncomfortable running the ball last week, which is really my biggest concern because that should be the easiest transition for a mobile quarterback is running the ball. Like there are times where when he gets the pressure, it's like he can't find a hole to get through to make a rush. And the biggest problem I think the Niners are going to have, man, is their interior offensive line looks like ass. They lost quite a few people on the interior. Lakeland Tomlinson, Alex Mack. Alex Mack was like a beast for them. And it doesn't look good there, okay? But I think that Trey Lance is going to be able to grow this season. I still believe in his talent. He's got a cannon arm and his rushing ability on top of that. With Kyle Shanahan, I just feel like it's got to be easy. And they're going to click. Kyle's going to figure out plays that work for Trey. And I think that they're going to bring out his run game more in this game. They didn't have that many design runs for him last week. I think if the weather's bad, you're going to need to lean on that. And I would lean on that personally because I want his confidence to build up a little bit here. So if he's having some success rushing the ball, getting first downs, that's going to be a good thing for his confidence, man. And it's going to open up the passing game for Trey Lance. So I just think that they're going to have to start there this week. I think that the Seattle Seahawks are the perfect opponent for them to do that. And I think this is a get-right game for San Francisco. I think they're going to come out with the win.
Pedro?
Yeah. I mean, the Seahawks had a good win last week, but I'm still not that high on them. That game, let's be honest, they should have lost that game if it wasn't for those fumbles by the Broncos in the red zone. It was a 1-point game, and they didn't score any points in the second half against the Broncos. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Niners. I'm not a big Trey Lance fan. I never have been, but. I think they have the talent to beat this team, and I think Lance will look better this game running, because last week they were playing in that piece of shit Soldier Field that was flooded. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you really gonna have a game like with a flooded field like that? I've never seen a field that bad. They might give Washington a run for their money for shittiest fucking stadium. But no, I'm gonna take the Niners. I think Trey Lance, even though I'm not a huge fan, he's gonna have a good game. Just because Jamal Adams is out for the season, and if you watched the last game, he was all over the field. Like Jamal Adams was everywhere, man. Like, and
he was.
Like, I remember I was watching every play Jamal Adams was involved with somehow, like getting tackles. I'm sorry, Malik. I know you're a big Seahawks guy, but. I got the Niners taking this one.
I'm sorry, Malik. Yeah,
man. I mean, look, it's not our fault, Malik. Like, come on, if you weren't a Seahawks fan, you would not be buying in on this Seahawks team. Look, man, you guys, I don't even think it's in your best interest to win a bunch of games. I'm going to be completely honest with you. At best case scenario, you guys could break maybe close to 500, 6 to 8 wins, and then you get middle of the pack draft pick. You can't get a quarterback. Look, your future with Geno, I mean, Geno is a fine backup, but do I want Geno playing week in and week out? Do I want Geno in with the game on the line, 1 minute left? I need you to score a touchdown? No, I don't. So I just can't buy the Seahawks.
Yeah, Malik, hang in there, man. I mean, I know you're on the highest of highs right now, but you guys should have lost that fucking game. It's just Melvin Gordon did what Melvin Gordon does and fumbled at the one.
So did Williams.
Yeah,
so did Javonte.
It was honestly like two freak fumbles in the red zone. Like,
and we didn't even mention the 4th and 5 freaking
the field goal.
Yeah. Like you guys literally did not score a single point in the second half. Like, and it was mostly because of Geno Smith. So he can manage the game, but he would be a good QB on a better roster.
Like, I agree. He could Jimmy G it.
Yeah, he can Jimmy G it for sure, but you guys need a fucking Patrick Mahomes. You don't need a Jimmy G on that team. You need a Patrick Mahomes. So, yeah.
We do. So there is one, before we move on, there's one key guy coming or making his appearance. Kenneth Walker the third is coming and making his appearance.
No, it's still Rashad Penny. It's still Rashad Penny.
I know Rashad. I know you're a Rashad Penny guy. Well, let's head to as Pedro takes a break, let's go to the Bengals and the Cowboys. I mean, no Dak, no shot for me. I think Bengals win easily. That 7-point favorites, I think they cover easily. I think Cowboys have no chance to win this ball game. Cooper Rush is your starting quarterback, fresh off the practice squad. I don't know, man. It sucks for the Cowboys. You don't want to see injuries, but Dak being hurt, they have no shot, and Bengals need to win this ball game after that week 1 poor performance.
Yeah. Look, I want to start by saying I find it very interesting that French isn't here this morning, a week after what happened with the Cowboys, and after he came on here and attacked me for not putting the Cowboys in the playoffs. I'm curious if any of those feelings have changed after week 1.
He's not even in the comments.
with this Cowboys team, man, I mean, look, their offensive line already looks like it's not going to be good this year. They lost Connor McGovern for this game, so he's going to be out. Gallup isn't going to play. Dak, they didn't put him on IR because they're hoping he'll come back, but I mean, that is hopeful thinking. They're saying a realistic return is more like week 6 to 7. And then with the Bengals, T. Higgins is questionable in concussion protocol, but expected to play. I don't think it matters if he does play, man. I mean, the Bengals coming off of that loss, there's no way they're going to lose 2-0, and they damn sure aren't losing to Cooper Rush. So I don't know what you want from us, French, but I'm not going to just pick the Cowboys because they're the fucking Cowboys, man. They don't deserve the shit. They're not going to be in it this year. This is going to be a total rebuild year. Mike McCarthy will be out by the end of the year. Bengals by whatever the spread is, I'm picking them to cover.
Yeah, they're going to cover. It's 7 points, man.
And look, the defense for the Cowboys still does look pretty good, and it looks pretty promising. But I just think when your offense is so bad, like there's nothing the defense can do, man, because they're going to get gassed out there. They're not going to be on the field at all. Ezekiel Elliott has already shown us what he can do without Dak Prescott and a crappy offensive line. And let me tell you, people, it wasn't good that season. So I expect it to not be good for the Cowboys this year. They got a chance to come in last in the NFC East if Dak Prescott doesn't hurry up and get back.
Damn, Bruce says you butthurt, man.
Me? Oh, I'm just calling it how it is, man. That's all I'm doing.
No, we ain't butthurt, Bruce.
Is he a Cowboys fan? Is that one?
I don't know, but Kiefer and I both said the Cowboys are missing the playoffs, and now it looks like it's going to come into reality. I mean, no Dak, no shot. That's basically how it comes down to. Pedro, Bengals, Cowboys, 7-point favorites. Bengals, who do you got?
Bengals.
All day. I mean, not even really have to talk much about it. Zeke is on the decline. I mean, we've seen the stats year after year after year after year. He's just declining. He's like a fucking the cryptocurrency. He's just going on the downhill. And I mean, they don't have a shot. And Jamar Chase called out Diggs in this game. He said that Diggs is he's a nice playmaker. He's a nice athlete, but he's on and off. He's hot and cold. And I think Chase is gonna burn Diggs to the ground.
I just don't. Who's gonna lead him to victory? Cooper Rush.
Yeah, Cooper
Ben
Rush.
DiNucci.
No, DiNucci is the worst quarterback I've ever seen.
No one's butthurt. Your best player is gone.
Yeah, well, no, he was talking about because Kiefer went on a rant about French, and I think he was just
because French went so hard on me for not picking the Cowboys.
Man,
damn.
You know what was funny about last week? Just a quick side note that Max is a Packers fan, Cowboy, and Jason's a Cowboys fan, and we're Jags fans, and all our teams lost, and you guys took it so hard, and Kiefer and I were just there like, yeah, just another week.
No, I took it so hard because you were in my face screaming.
Not about the Packers, though.
Well, we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah, we'll talk. This is offline talk.
Yeah, let's go to the Texans and Broncos. I mean, the Denver Broncos are 10-point favorites at home. They just lost. Broncos country, you didn't ride in week 1. I think you do bounce back and win this ball game, though. The Texans tied with the Colts. They played pretty well, honestly. Davis Mills, I mean, you say what you want about Davis Mills. I personally, you all know, I bash this guy, but this guy comes out and plays, man. So I gotta give some respect to Davis Mills. He does show out. He does, it sucks because he's probably going to be replaced in this upcoming season draft. Bryce Young and fucking CJ Stroud, all these guys coming out. I don't think he's going to be the franchise quarterback, but Davis Mills can play some football, man. But I think Broncos are going to win, and I think they cover. I think they cover in this.
Yeah, I got Broncos country as well. I'm actually not going to pick them to cover. 10 is a lot. The Texans tend to keep games close, man. I mean, we've seen them get blown out in the past, but I feel like ever since the second half of last season, even when they lose, it's not a blowout loss. It's like a 4 to 9-point loss. And I think that they're not going to lose by 10, but I'm definitely not picking the Broncos to go 0-2 when they play the Texans in week 2. Can't do that. I'm definitely going with the Broncos here, even with the injuries that they got, because they do have a few here. Justin Britt for the Texans is out. That's like their only injury. But with the Broncos, they just put Justin Simmons on IR. That's freaking huge.
Damn.
Justin Simmons, one of the best safeties in the league. Billy Turner, one of the offensive linemen, the interior offensive lineman, he's questionable to play today. True questionable. And then Randy Gregory's questionable, but they're expecting him to play. I got the Broncos winning this one. I'll say by 7.
Yeah, I think 10 is a little excessive, man. I'm actually a pretty big Davis Mills fan like that. I think that guy can ball, and he's only getting better and better. But it's the Broncos, Russell Wilson. They just have a way more talented roster, top to bottom. So I don't see where the Texans really have an advantage. So I'm definitely going to go with the Texans. With the Broncos.
Hey, Chevy's in the chat says Patriots +3. Chevy, you don't even believe that, man. Come on.
Yeah, stick to college, buddy.
What's up, Chevy? Hey, so let's go to the Cardinals and Raiders rounding out the 4:00 games before the big dogs play at night. We got Cardinals, Raiders. Raiders are 5.5-point favorites at home after the debacle Week 1 performance that the Cardinals showed us against the Chiefs. I think the Raiders are going to win this ball game easily. They almost pulled it off against the Chargers. Chargers are one of the best teams in the AFC, but we'll see now with Justin Herbert. But I think the Raiders win this ball game. I think they get right, and I think Devontae Adams is going to absolutely fucking destroy the Cardinals.
Yeah, this matchup, if you would have asked me a week ago about this matchup, I would have thought this was going to be a pretty good game. I really would have. I would have thought it was going to be a good game. But after seeing the Cardinals' performance against the Chiefs, man, so many question marks. Like, why did they struggle that bad against that defense? Obviously, the Chiefs' defense has looked pretty good up to this point, better than I expected them to play. But I still feel like there was so much opportunity offensively. I'm not going to blame the defense for sucking ass. It's Pat Mahomes, but look, this week they are expecting to get J.J. Watt back. He is questionable, but there's a good chance that he plays. He didn't play last week, so that's huge for them. Rondale Moore out again. Who cares? He rarely ever plays. And then for the Raiders, Andre James is their starting center. He's going to miss this game. And then Denzel Perryman, linebacker, and Trevon Moehrig, their safety, also out this game. But I'm still picking the Raiders to win this game. I cannot see the Raiders going 0-2 with the level of talent that they have on this team. And then on the flip side with the Cardinals, man, they just look like they don't got no fucking heart to me, man. Honestly, they just look like they are not going to be able to compete with the big dogs. And I think that the Raiders will. It was a tight game last week. Didn't lose by a lot. A lot of it went on Derek Carr because he had those turnovers. I do not expect Derek Carr to have a repeat performance with those turnovers that he had last week. I got the Raiders winning, and I'm going to say they cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also have the Raiders. I feel like the Cardinals right now don't have any identity. I don't think this Kyler Murray project is working out as much as everyone thought it would. Well, the Cardinals thought it would. I don't. There's just a lot of stuff I think is going on behind the scenes that they're not talking about. Even more so than what's going on that we know about. I think the Cardinals is a team that's ready to just implode. Yeah, I'm off the wagon for the Cardinals. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Yeah,
and Devontae Adams is gonna eat today. He's gonna eat today.
Yeah, after week 1, I gave him a shot. Like Pedro, I slipped up and said spit in the mouth. Yeah, they got spit on. They got destroyed. They had no shot against the Chiefs. They got fucking absolutely steamrolled. And I think the Raiders at home, they don't want to start 0-2. No team wants to start 0-2, but I think they cover. I think they absolutely destroy the Cardinals, man. I think the Raiders are going to prove a point here and win easily. But let's head to Sunday.
Wait, because I do want to rebuttal something Pedro said real quick. As far as the Kyler Murray, how it's gone so far, I don't want to make it sound like it's been a total failure because, look, they're better than they were when he got there. I feel like there's no question about that. Talent-wise, the Cardinals are better. I do think that Kyler Murray has the potential to be a franchise quarterback. He just needs to make that next step, man, from good to great. That's really what it comes down to. He's too inconsistent. They lose on the back end of the season a lot. And then when you look at what's happened since Hopkins has been out, you guys need to prove that you can do it without Hopkins. That's the thing. Kyler Murray needs to show that he can actually carry the team. He doesn't need a bunch of superstars around him to get it done. I think that the Raiders are going to overpower them, but I just wanted to say that because I don't feel like it's been a total failure. It just they haven't been able to make that jump from good to great.
I feel like it has been a failure just because the expectations, I'm sure the Cardinals had it too, were very high for what this team's going to be. And they went and got him his weapons and they still can't get it done.
Yeah.
Like this isn't a team you think is going to do well in the playoffs. So
well, see, they went and got him weapons, but they still lost weapons on defense. I mean, when you let a guy like Chandler Jones walk to me, I mean, I wouldn't say that this team talent-wise is more improved this year than it was last year. Chandler Jones is a huge L for me. So I would still say it's less talented even with the addition of Marquise Brown, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I agree with that, but I feel like as a whole, their plan is not going the way they wanted it to. So I think it's been a huge disappointment.
It'll be – well, they desperately need this win, though, the Cardinals. This is another great game on paper. They both need to win this game. They can't fall behind in that division.
Yeah, I think if the Cardinals lose this game, I think the wheels are going to come off the wagon, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're heading to Sunday Night Football. We got the Packers taking on the Bears. In Green Bay, the Packers are 10-point favorites. The Packers, I mean, absolute debacle week 1. Let's call a spade a spade. I mean, they play like absolute dog shit. All right. Same injuries from last week. We have questionable. David Bakhtiari doesn't know how to play football anymore. We got Elgin Jenkins questionable, and Lazard has practiced this week, so I think he's going to suit up, but he's still questionable right now. I do think Lazard is going to make his season debut. They're saying Bakhtiari and Elgin Jenkins won't play. So that's huge, man. I mean, you saw the offensive line last week. They got absolutely crushed by Zadarius Smith and company and Hunter and all those guys for the Vikings. The Bears did win against the Niners. The Packers lose this game. I think it's panic mode. You push that panic button. You can't fall behind in this division with 2 back-to-back division losses. Packers, listen to me. You need to win this ball game. And Rodgers, like you said always, I own you and I still own you my whole fucking life. So I think Rodgers and company get it done Sunday night. The lights are bright like it's shining on my face right now. I think the Packers hold down the fort and win this ball game easily. They cover the 10-point spread like it ain't nothing. You need to win this game, Packers, or else. I got Packers, man.
Wow, that was a great speech, Max. But listen, I do have the Packers winning this game, but I have a lot of concerns with the Packers. First of all,
so do I.
I'm starting to think that Bakhtiari might be done. I'm starting to feel that way because look, man, this guy hasn't played in forever, bro. Like, what the hell? Somebody is at fault here.
Last year.
Come on, that doesn't even count, man. I mean, something has gone wrong in this rehab process. That is what is clear to me. Is like something didn't go right. Whether the doctor fucked up, whether his body has not responded well to the treatment, whatever the case may be, it has not worked out for Bakhtiari the past few years. And I don't know if it's going to work out this year because I mean, at this point, they won't even give you expectations. That's the thing that makes me real concerned. It'd be different if they were every week. They're like, well, we're hoping maybe he'll play this week. Give us a freaking real timeline. We think he'll be ready by week 4. If they came out and they did something like that, I'd feel a lot more confident, but they're just being so sketch about it, man. I think the 10-point spread is a bit high given y'all's performance last week.
Wow.
And look, it's a divisional game. I've seen the Bears keep it close with y'all when they shouldn't have. I'm going to take the Packers to win, obviously, but I'm going to say it's more like 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, Rodgers needs Lazard, man. He needs him bad.
He's going to be back this week, right?
Yeah, he's questionable, but he's practiced all week, so I think he's going to suit up.
Yeah, he needs receivers, man. That performance last week, I'm almost speechless to how bad it was. But I think the Packers just got caught off guard by how hard the Vikings were playing. They got punched in the mouth. But yeah. I think this is going to be – they got spit in the mouth. I think this is going to be a really good bounce back game for the Packers. I see the running game taking off. I definitely see them making the adjustments to get the win here. It's at home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we can't lose at home.
I got the Packers. I think Rodgers will definitely bounce back and play better. Plus, Alex Leatherwood is out. So
yeah, he got mono. Yeah,
he got mono.
Sucks anyways.
Yeah, he got that 1920 disease mono. So, yeah. So I think the defense will play well. They'll bounce back. I'm not worried about the Packers yet. You know, we got to do what Aaron Rodgers said and
Relax.
relax.
Also, another thing that happened actually while we were recording, Tyrod Taylor is suing the Chargers for $5 million.
I saw that. Yeah.
Hey,
actually, one more thing though that I wanted to bring up. I was waiting for this moment. Y'all's defensive coordinator, man. Who the hell is that?
Joe Barry.
Trash. What's that guy's freaking deal, dude? Because listen, this is the biggest issue I have with what happened last week. Okay, the Justin Jefferson thing, dude. Jair Alexander came out and literally was like, "Hey, I asked him, like, do you want me to shadow this dude?" And he brushed him off. Like, what the hell is that? And I remember last year. I don't remember the exact game. I wanted to go look it up before the show, but I kind of forgot. There was a game, and I feel like, did you guys play the Ravens last year?
Yeah, we did with Huntley. Lamar was out.
Didn't Mark Andrews get like 200 yards on you guys? That's that shit right there, bro. Why can your defensive coordinator not make an adjustment? How do you see a guy destroying you all game long, literally the only guy that is killing your ass, and you do nothing about it? You just go, okay, let's stick to the game plan. We're going to play our zone. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Honestly, since this is the second time it's happened, if I was LaFleur, I would literally be like, bro, you need to get your shit together if you want to keep your job, because that's unacceptable, man. I mean, we have a championship caliber team. We have a phenomenal defense, and you're letting something like that happen. Double the man, bro. Make somebody else get the yardage. Don't let one dude destroy you the entire game. That's just my thoughts about it, because after seeing it a second time, it's just like a nightmare. Like, what the hell?
Well, I don't know if you saw this, but we had fucking Preston Smith lined up against Justin Jefferson. I mean, come on, dude. Joe Barry, you're a fucking idiot, dude. I mean, I don't know what the hell was going on, but I would have definitely fucking pissed or talked shit to Joe Barry after that performance. That was a terrible fucking game plan by him. But let's touch on the Monday nights before we head to our DraftKings picks. Let's quickly pick this because we're running out of time here. Titans, Bills. We got a Monday night doubleheader. I got the Bills winning easily.
Bills.
No question about it, man. Ed Oliver is questionable this game. I do feel like that's worth mentioning because he is a really good player. But the reason I feel like even if he doesn't go, man, I mean, this Bills D-line is freaking deep, man. They have such a rotation going on. I mean, if he's out, it's going to be next man up, and they're going to be just fine. The Titans couldn't freaking beat the Giants last week. So if you think I'm going to pick them to beat the Bills, you're freaking nuts, man.
Yeah. Bills' first home game. They're already smashing people through tables. They're already power bombing people through some tables, and it was Friday. I mean, they're ready for this game. Let's go to the Vikings and Eagles. This is going to be a great game, man.
This is my game of the week here.
Yeah, this is a tough fucking game to pick right here. I got the Vikings winning. I mean, it's tough. This is a toss-up. 2.5-point favorites. Eagles are. We got a little bot in the building. What's up? But I think the Vikings get it done on the road. I think the fact that the Eagles almost gave up a fucking almost 3 touchdown lead to the Lions and almost lost that game. I think that just says wonders. I think the Vikings are just a great team, and I hope the Eagles win, but I think the Vikings will.
Yeah, this is a tough one to pick, and I feel bad because Mr. King's been here hanging with us all morning, and his Eagles finally come up. But I'm also gonna pick the Vikings, man, and it kills me to do it because I love Jalen Hurts, and I want the Eagles to win this game, but what it comes down to is how close last week was, man. I mean, look, the Eagles did look very good at times, but I just feel like they let Detroit put up some points, man. And I was kind of surprised. I thought that the Eagles would be able to handle them a little easier. It did feel like the Eagles had control of that game. I will say that. Like, they were winning the entire game pretty much. The Lions just basically weren't letting them end the game pretty much. They made it go all the way down to the end. But I am going to take the Vikings in a really close one right here. But I don't think it's impossible, man. I mean, honestly, you could give this Vikings defense some issues. I truly believe that the Eagles can do that. They have a ton of playmakers, man. And it's just going to come. I think you're going to have to use Jalen Hurts' feet a lot, but I also think that they need to stay true to the run game, because if you look at last year, when the Eagles had the most success is when they were handing the ball off, and they have like a nice little committee going there. I know everybody wants Miles Sanders to be that guy, that number one dude, but they kind of do spread it out with Boston Scott and also Kenneth Gainwell. And when they do, it looks good. I mean, the yards per carry are there. They score more touchdowns. The offense looks more efficient. So just don't put it all on Hurts. Allow him to run the ball. Don't make a big deal about it if it's not a huge passing game. And I think that they have a chance. I think this is going to be a close game. I think it'll come down to the last possession of the game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Eagles on this one. Mr. King, shout out to you. No, I really do believe in Hurts. I think he's a dynamic player. He has a lot of weapons too, man. And I think what Kiefer said really hit the nail on the head is you got to run that ball. You got to use all three of those running backs. They're all good running backs. So
they all scored a touchdown too last week.
Yeah, if you can keep the clock, running, I think Nick Sirianni's gonna have to get in his bag and really game plan for this one. But obviously on the defense, you gotta stop Greedy somehow. You gotta stop Justin Jefferson somehow. I don't know how you're gonna do it. But
hey, they got good corners over there. I'll give the Eagles that. I mean, Slay and James Bradbury, that's a good combo right there. They're not a Jair Alexander, but obviously Jair wasn't freaking following Justin Jefferson. So if I had to give one piece of advice to Sirianni, don't be afraid to shadow Jefferson if he starts getting out of control.
That's why I think if they game plan for this for the Vikings, well, I think they're going to win this game. I really see them winning this game, and I am taking that over.
Oh yeah. And another thing, man, Hurts just needs to be more accurate. I mean, he only completed 18 out of 32 last week. If you win this ball game, you need him to do better in that category. AJ Brown balled out last week as well. Good to see him. And Devontae Smith, are we going to see a sighting from you, man? You had 2 targets, no catches last week. So let's see, like you guys said, keep running the damn football. You might have a shot, but the Vikings they're a team, man. It sucks to say, but I hope I'm wrong, and I hope the Eagles do win, but I think the Vikings are going to win this ball game. So that's the games, y'all. Before we head out, let's get some DraftKings in here and some parlays. DraftKings time. Thank you, Mr. King. So here's the quarterbacks, y'all. Kyler Murray is the top-rated quarterback on DraftKings, which is kind of crazy to me. I went down a little bit.
Are you supposed to be sharing your screen?
Oh yeah. Am I not sharing it?
That's what I thought. I put up the thing and it was like he's talking about these quarter. Yeah, you need to share your screen. It's not sharing.
Okay, hold on. My bad. I'm so sorry. Is it up there?
Yeah, we're good now.
Okay. All right. So here's the DraftKings slate right here. Kyler Murray, like I said, is the top dog on the slate. $7,500. I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's rated over Lamar. For me personally, I went to Derek Carr, $6,200. I feel like that's a little underpriced by him. I mean, you're going against the Cardinals, and you saw Mahomes just straight up wreck this team. Derek Carr looks like he has a favorable matchup here, and he kind of underpriced at $6,200. So I kind of went down and looked. There's a couple of value plays down low, but Derek Carr looks like the cheapest I would go for me.
That's interesting. I'm not big on Derek Carr when it comes to fantasy, just because like he's not a runner and he's good, but he's not elite. For me, the value play would be Trey Lance. Honestly, I know that people like coming off that shitty game, people will be sus of that, but at 5,700, man, and we're talking about a power running quarterback. I mean, he can easily get 2 rushing touchdowns and make the day. So that's why I'm looking at him. Also, Matt Ryan is really cheap too. Matt Ryan is like 5,500. I don't love Matt Ryan as a fantasy player, but I mean, for that kind of value against the Jaguars, I mean, that is a good value there. But I did go a little higher on my quarterback, I believe.
Pedro, who do you have like for plays this week for quarterback?
Yeah, I was looking at Tua there.
Tua is a good, nice and cheap too. Actually,
5,600 or was it 5,600? So He's got his weapons, I can see him having a good game today. I mean, come on, dude, you got to do better.
He's cheap. He's cheap as hell, too.
He's cheap.
Yeah. So, Tua, Trey Lance, Matt Ryan, and Derek Carr are going to be our pool.
I also have one more sneaky one that I just noticed. Can you go back to quarterback?
Yeah.
Slide down. Marcus Mariota at 5,600. I also think that's a good thing for DraftKings right there. We're talking about a running quarterback. Okay, he had 72 rushing yards last week and a touchdown. Did lose a fumble, but I just think that look, they're going to be down and they're going to have to throw the ball a lot, probably, or at least put the ball in Marcus Mariota's hands. I think he's got an opportunity for some serious garbage time points today. Great smile on him, but
let's just draft them based off their smiles.
All right, let's go to the running backs. And you're paying up for this guy. I love Jonathan Taylor today. I mean, you're almost. He's not smiling. Come on, give me a smile. But he's almost.
He looks like someone told a funny joke. And
looks like he's like constipated on the toilet or something. But he's almost at 10,000. I mean, you're got to pay up to get this man, but he's going to be basically the number one target in this game with no Pittman, no Alec Pierce. Like I said earlier, I just feel like Jonathan Taylor is going to be for a huge day. Now, if you want to go value, I'm going to go down, and I'm still going down, baby. We're going to Jeff Wilson Jr. because injuries. Oh, look at that beard. Okay, Jeff. Injuries for him puts him in line. Eli Mitchell is out for 2 months. He's going to be the next man. Elijah, yeah. He's going to be the next man up for them. 5,100, kind of cheap against the Seattle Seahawks without Jamal Adams. I just feel like that's a good value right there. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, look, when you're going that low down, you don't need a shit ton to happen. He just needs a touchdown, and he's pretty much good. I do think the opportunity's there. I do get worrisome with Trey Lance there, though, because I feel like Trey Lance is the better power rusher, and I think that he could steal the touchdowns. But for me, my value play for running back is really James Robinson, man. I mean, he's only 5,600 this week, I believe. And look, the Colts have a good defense, but no Shaq Leonard, formerly Darius Leonard, and then also with DeForest Buckner, if he doesn't play, man, I mean, there's a real opportunity in the middle there. James Robinson's coming off a great game. I feel like he did kind of cement himself as the number one running back as far as rushes go. So I think at 5,600, I definitely see him getting 15 plus carries today.
Yeah, I think for me, going down a little more, Jamal Williams. He's there, and Swift is. I think he's out, right?
It's questionable.
It's questionable. If he doesn't play, man, or even if he's limited, Jamal Williams.
I agree. If he's limited, I don't expect him to be out because Swift has been so vocal that he's playing to the point where I feel like he's at least going to play. But first of all, Jamal Adams vultured those touchdowns last week. Ended up with 2 touchdowns. And yeah, I mean that offensive line over there in Detroit is very good. If they do limit Swift, there could be opportunity for Jamal Williams.
Yeah, if I'm looking for value, that's where I'm going.
Yeah. Who's your top dog if you had to pay up, Pedro? Like from all these names up here.
Oh, Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks because he's so damn expensive.
Taylor or Chubb, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, Taylor is so expensive, man. And it could end up paying off. He could end up rushing for a shit ton of yards. But I just feel like, dude, to pay off for 10,000, man. I mean, you got to get like 200 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, bro. And that's a lot to ask for somebody. I'm with Pedro. I actually have Nick Chubb in a lot of lineups here. He's a little expensive at 7,100, but this is why. Okay, he had a great game last week. Didn't get any touchdowns. I feel like it's going to be a priority to get him a touchdown this week, and they're going to keep giving him the same amount of volume. He's the workwork over there. Going up against the Jets, that's a favorable matchup. Yeah. I think he could definitely score you 25, 30 points.
Yeah, he's a little happy right here. He
looks happy.
Yeah, let's go to receivers, and I want to go. Let's go value.
I know we're the same guy here. I just know it.
You know it. Oh Jesus, where is he at? Paris Campbell.
I think it's 2 R's.
Never mind. Cool.
Yeah, 3,700. Yeah. I mean, that's basically their number one guy today. The Colts. Paris Campbell. He's a fast guy. He's not that good. He looks pissed off. But I mean, but he looks like he's having a mugshot right here. You're not getting arrested, Paris. You're playing some football, but I think he's a good value at 3,700. I mean, you're going to need him if you're going to play a guy like Jonathan Taylor in your lineup. You need some value there. But hey, I love Devontae Adams today. Oh God, I miss him so much. He's 8,600, a little pricey, but I mean, we saw look at this. Last week, he just fucking flat out balled, man. 10 catches, 141 yards. He outscored the whole Packers receiving core combined. So, Devontae Adams, he's in line for another huge day here.
I love how when you talked about Paris Campbell, you described him in the perfect way. He's fast, not very good. Look, I understand he's a value play. He definitely is a value play. He's got the opportunity there. But I've just seen enough from Paris Campbell to the point where, like, I'm not putting him in fantasy, bro. Right. I mean, this guy's had like 2 touchdowns in his entire career. I get it. I get the value play, but I just think that they're going to go through the run game. And if anybody was a play in the receiving core for Indianapolis, I would say Mo Alley Cox would be more of the guy that I would aim for. For me, I'm surprised you didn't say this guy. I'm surprised you didn't say this guy, but yeah, Julio's good if he plays too. That's a good price point. Solid point there. But a guy that I'm looking at this week that's super cheap, Curtis Samuel, man, pull him up on the board. Yeah, I don't even know exactly what his price tag is, but I believe he's in the 4,000s. Coming off of a great game against Jacksonville, I think DraftKings might have just forgot who Curtis Samuel is. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of forgot too until I saw that performance against the Jaguars. This guy is shifty, man. I mean, he is a good player. He's got a solid matchup this week against Detroit. I think he could have another great performance. And look, he's got the rapport with Ron Rivera, man. I mean, they go back to the Carolina days together, all right? So I think that he could end up being a priority in this offense, and I could see him having a solid day, especially at 4,600. I mean, dude, you just need if he gets 7 catches for 50 yards, that's probably going to be a fire symbol.
Yep, 11 targets in week 1. I mean, he was a volume guy for sure there. I need a smile though. I need a smile, Curtis. What about you, Pedro? Who are you looking at today?
Yeah, I like Christian Kirk today at 5,700.
Oh, okay, Christian Kirk. Let's go up. I was eyeballing him too. There he is, Christian Kirk.
Excellent game last week. Didn't get that touchdown, but I think that's a good play at 5,700. He gets a lot of targets, so yeah, I think him and Trevor are really developing a relationship there.
I like him and Zay Jones. I like Zay Jones today too. I just
feel the Colts corners, they're pretty good, man. I mean, they got Stephon Gilmore and Kenny Moore.
Moore is
pretty good players.
Well, Moore is questionable. I don't know if he is
questionable, but I feel like he was. I feel like I read that he's expected, questionable but expected. You know.
Yep. So Kamara just got ruled out. Just so y'all know, Kamara's out. So Mark Ingram could be. Well, I mean, he was questionable, but he just got ruled out now.
So Ingram's
a play.
The guy there today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not that good either. He's not that good either. Let's go to tight ends. Kittle's hurt once again. He's questionable. Mark Andrews, the highest slated tight end on the slate. I went down a little bit. I went to Tyler Higbee. I don't love the tight ends today, honestly, in DraftKings. But 4,200. I mean, Tyler Higbee does see the targets. He had 11 last week. I think just from that, and the Falcons, they're weak in the middle. They're weak in the linebacking core. So I just feel like he's going to maybe get a touchdown today at 4,200. I mean, it's a little too cheap for me. So that's why I went Higbee. I don't love the tight ends today, though.
Yeah, you already know I hate going cheap on tight end, but I did go cheap in one lineup, and I went Evan Ingram for a couple of reasons. I just feel like they're going to make him more of a priority today. I like I said, I fear the Colts corners a little bit here. I think it could open up more volume for Evan Ingram. Also, Shaq Leonard out. He's a guy that covers tight ends sometimes when they're on man-to-man. I just think that he might have an opportunity to make some noise if I'm going cheap. But as you know, I hate going cheap, so he's only in one of my lineups.
Yeah, I went cheap on tight end today. I'm going with Mo Alley Cox. I think with all the receivers being out, I think he's going to be a big target today. And our secondary, the Jaguars secondary is kind of sus right now. So Logan Thomas had himself a pretty good game against us. I could definitely see Mo Alley Cox having a good game.
VTech Nation, Logan. I like that play. That's a very big value right there, 3,200. Great smile on him as well. So I like that play. Let's go to defense.
Might switch Evan Ingram out and put him in. That was a good one.
Defense, y'all. I mean, look at this price tag. The Bengals going against Cooper Rush, 2,200.
Oh, that's so good.
That's my defense in every single lineup.
You cannot beat
every
this defense.
Single lineup.
If you play
I couldn't
DraftKings,
even believe when I saw him there. I was like, "What are you guys doing? You knew Dak was going to be out. Why are they 2,200? Get the hell out of here!" Yeah, I got them in literally every lineup.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, you can't play in any other defense, bro. Like that's who you fucking plug and play, baby. That's a free square.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you want to go different, go ahead. But if you're playing DraftKings, I mean, that's my top defense of the slate. Before we head out, let's go talk some parlays.
Hey, let's give our final lineups, our best lineup. I didn't put this on the slide for nothing, all right? This one is mine. This is what I consider like my strongest lineup. This is what I feel good in. Matt Stafford at quarterback, Nick Chubb, James Robinson at running back, Jerry Jeudy, Allen Robinson, and Michael Thomas at wide receiver. I went very mid right there. As you see, they're all the 56, 58. Michael Thomas had a strong game last week. Like I said, I think they're going to have some success against the Bucs. I could definitely see him scoring another touchdown. Allen Robinson, I just feel like his price tag is way too cheap. Going up against Atlanta, 5,500. I think that they're going to make him a priority this week because of how lack of a priority he was last week. And then Jerry Jeudy, I'm just riding the wave there. They had a little connection with him and Russ, and this Houston defense is definitely a prime suspect to give up some points. So, and then, I went big with tight end Darren Waller and Najee Harris. I didn't feel like was cheap. I just felt like he has a good matchup against New England. I think that they suck. So I think that he's going to get a lot of volume today. Obviously battling a little bit of an injury, but he says he's going to be fine. So I'm going to trust him there. And then Bengals in every lineup. So let's switch over to Max's. What you got for us, buddy?
Derek Carr, like you said, I know he's not sexy when you play him in fantasy because he doesn't rush, but I think at 6,200, that's cheap against a very poor Cardinals defense. As we saw last week, Mahomes torched them. I'm not saying Derek Carr is on Mahomes level. I'm just saying Derek Carr can get it done. I went up with Taylor. I mean, I just feel like he's going to see all the volume in the world. I mean, he might burn me though. Like you said, almost $10,000. I mean, you have to hope for 2 touchdowns. Wilson, my value play at 5,100. Then I had to pair up Adams with Carr. Paris Campbell, hope for 6-7 catches. He'll pay off that price tag. Julio, he's questionable, but I feel like he's going to suit up with no Godwin. He's going to be the next man up there at 5,500. Higbee at 4,200. Like I said, not really high on the tight ends today. I like Pedro's Mo Alley Cox though at 3,200. So I might have to swap some things around, but I went with Curtis Samuel as my flex. I don't like playing receiver as flex, but I think Curtis Samuel is just too cheap to pass on. And then I had to go with Bengals, of course. All day, every day, baby.
I have a lineup too, but I don't have the screenshot. So I'm kind of just going to say it. At quarterback, I got Tua Tagovailoa. I got Nick Chubb. I got Jamal Williams. I got Christian Kirk, Curtis Samuel, Deebo Samuel.
Hey,
Mo Alley Cox, Saquon Barkley, and the Bengals defense.
Hell yeah. Let's win some fucking money, boys. Let's go to
I like that Barkley matchup against Carolina, though.
The what?
The Barkley matchup against Carolina.
Oh, yeah. I like Barkley, too. I was eyeballing Barkley. I might have him in a couple lineups today, too. Let's go some parlays before we head out of here. I don't know why it's fourth quarter spread. What the hell is going on here? But
mine was messing up on me yesterday, too, actually.
Well, let me refresh this.
Yeah, I had to refresh it a couple times yesterday for some reason. I kept clicking NFL. It kept showing me college. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, hold on. I'm refreshing it real quick. I'll share it back. But here we go. What the hell? Oh, Bovada's trash. Florida, can you legalize betting already? Jesus Christ.
I know. It's
so annoying.
Here's the spreads, y'all. So we're gonna give you guys like a 3 to 4 team parlay. I like the Steelers at +3. I like the Steelers at +140 to win outright. Do y'all agree with that?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So we'll start the parlay off with there. The money line just went down in this game. This is all live, baby. What else do you think? What else should we add on here? Do you want to bet on the Bucks and Saints game? Because that looks like another.
I mean,
game
I
that
have my parlay set, so like I can tell you my parlay, but like just do yours.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're gonna have to bet some spreads because look at all these fucking blowouts right here. I mean, you're not gonna win any money if you're just gonna bet the money lines. Bengals at -7.5. I'm cool with that. I think they cover that. They went up a half a point from when we were talking about them.
Yep.
But I'm comfortable with betting the Bengals -7.5. Are y'all good on there too?
I think it's a great one. Yeah.
I actually have that bet in, but it's a solo one, but I do have that in actually.
Oh yeah. So let's go one more team. Let's go one more. Damn, it's tough this week. I mean, the spread on the Miami Dolphins +3.5 looks like. I mean, I think the Ravens are going to win, but I do think the Dolphins cover. I don't know if you're going to put another team in here. Where y'all going to go?
Did you? Yeah, it's tough.
Dude. I mean, I could go the Jags, but y'all picked them to lose. So
yeah, I felt like it was actually some tough matchups. Like I have a pretty like safer parlay because I felt like there was just like a lot of like it was too hard, like too close, too good of lines for on Vegas's end. Like it was hard.
They did a good job this week for real though.
They did.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, I would say maybe. I think we all did. We no. Pedro took the Saints to win this game.
I took the Saints to win.
Oh shit!
I mean, man? It's your freaking parlay. Why
are
we doing it as a group?
That's what I'm saying.
I took the Saints. Pedro took the Bucks.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you do this parlay right here, you got the Bengals spread at -7.5, Steelers outright winning +140, plus the Buccaneers winning outright -150. If you bet $20, you win 140. I mean, it's tough this week, y'all. It is very tough. So bet how you want to. It's going to be a tough pickings. What's your parlay, Kiefer?
So I actually have two parlays, but the one that I went with that I really just liked, I went a 4-team. I went 4-team because I had to pick so many favorites. So that was really why I felt uncomfortable picking some of them and putting them in the parlay. But for my 4-team, I went the Panthers over the Giants, and they're the underdog. That's my one underdog. And then I just went like total should win on the next 3. I went the Rams beating the Falcons, the Bengals beating the Cowboys, and then the Broncos beating the Texans. And all of those are straight up, not spreads. I put $4 in, and I will win $11.06 if that happens.
So you said Bengals, Rams, Panthers, and who else?
Bengals, Rams, Panthers, and the Broncos against the Texans.
So right now, that money line, you said $4?
Yeah, I put $4 on it, and I'll win $11.06. So I got favorable odds.
Yep, you got a better deal out of that. Right now, it's $9. That's not. Oh, come on, that's boring.
I mean, I want to win, bro. I'm not trying to just fucking throw money away.
I know. Oh man. Hey.
Then I have a bunch of solo bets too. Like I've decided to not just parlay because I want to get some earnings in. So I've taken like some singles. Like I have the Bengals beating the Dallas by 7.5. So that's a money line one that I have. I have another 2-team parlay, which is the Steelers beating the Patriots, and then the San Francisco 49ers beating the Seahawks. Then I have another just a single for the Steelers to win, and I have a single for the Dolphins to win +3, or not. They have +3, so the spread.
So like you're dropping some big money. You're dropping like a $2 outright winner. Since you lost week 1, the first game of the fucking season, you bet $2 for the Rams to win, and they got absolutely steamed.
I mean, I'm not putting big money. Like I did it like one's $5, one's $2, one's $4, one's $5, one's $2. You know what I mean? Like just a little something.
Well, fellas.
Well, I got one. There's a nice prop. I'm not big on betting on the games this week, but there's a prop I like. It's Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews anytime touchdown scorers, and that's $450. So if you bet $10 on that, you win $45.
Sure.
So that's not a bad one to put in there today, in my opinion. Also, I just got an update. Julio Jones, it's not looking good that he's going to play today.
No, really?
They're anticipating he will be out.
So fire Russell Gage up,
to switch out some lineups, Max?
Yep. Russell Gage just came of value. If he's playing, he's questionable too.
What about damn? I picked the Bucs. I don't know. I don't know if I like that anymore.
No, we gotta stay. We gotta
stick with it.
Yep. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in the whole show, man. We had a solid like 20 the whole show, man. I appreciate y'all. Hey, it's week 2. We're here. Let's hope for a win. As the panel, we all took L's in week 1, so we are desperately needing a win here, man. We desperately need something.
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good? I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? We got, some Sunday night football, Packers and Bears.
Hey, good day of football.
Good day of football. I'll see you soon, guys. Anything else you want to tell the beautiful people out there in YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Twitch world?
Nope. We're out of here. Peace.
I'll see you on Tuesday. Kiefer and I are going to do the run back show. We're going to recap all the games. Until next week, thank you, Pedro, for, of course, joining us. Hey, y'all, put your cups in there, put your waters in there, put your beers in there, put whatever you're sipping in the air. It's week 2, baby. It's time to pump it.
I'm not an alcoholic.
You drinking coffee in a fucking red Solo cup? I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but hey, we are out of here, y'all. See you next time. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.